It's a beautiful day in New York City, Zach.
Yeah, baby. Hometown. This is where I'm born and raised. I'm a New York native. That's kind of rare these days.
It is, but what's even rarer is to be here just as the Windup Fair kicks off. This is the biggest fair for micro brands in the world, 147
Honestly,
brands.
it's the biggest watch fair in the world at this point. Over 130 brands. Put it in perspective, Watches and Wonders next year will be just a little over 60.
Yeah.
So twice as large. New York City, it's where we do it big, baby.
But this ain't about statistics, this is about winners. We get 5 categories. Zach and I are gonna go in there. I've challenged Zach to find the best dive watch, the best dress watch, the best do-it-all watch, and the best field watch. In this video, we're gonna show you our choices for both, and you're gonna tell us in the comments who wins. Come on.
All right, let's do it. Based in the UK, but Swiss made, and that's Christopher Ward.
Dive watches.
Yep, well, let's just dive right into it. My pick for best diver is Christopher Ward Trident Lumiere. Okay, this is a 41 millimeter dive watch, but it's just 48 millimeters lug to lug, or just under, and it's just under 12 thick, so it's a really great fit. Plus, speaking of fit, you've got a case matching grade 2 titanium bracelet with on-the-fly micro adjustment. So you can actually push that button there and just slide the bracelet in and out. Now, this is a 300 meter water resistant diver. It does have a slated movement, but it's 56 hours of power reserve. But this is all under 2.5 grand US. But the key feature, of course, as you saw, was the giant blocks of gloom on that dial. It's insane. It's insane. And look, we're going to talk about like actual usability. If you're going down to 300 meters, you need to be able to see those indications. These will be glowing so much that, yeah, the sharks will find you.
Do you think this is the best dive watch at Windup? Or do you like mine? Let's go see mine.
So what's in your hand?
But what's in my hand is the Serica 5303. This watch is just, I just wish you could feel what I'm feeling right now as I twist this bezel. Do that, Zach. Twist it. Feel it.
You want me to touch it? Ooh, yeah.
Oh, but it's somehow
smooth but crunchy.
It's. This is a Cheerios advertisement. It's smooth but crunchy. No, we have a ceramic bezel, a sapphire crystal glass. We have a 300 meter water resistant watch with a Swiss soap rod movement. And again, you're getting a little bit of, like, to me, white enamel feel to this white dial.
Yeah.
You've got
It's crisp.
It's crisp, but you've got the off-white indices and handset, that little pop of red. Everything about this watch is perfect, but the biggest selling point for me about Serica is always the design. The fact that they've done this unusual lug design that gives it a bit of a stylistic twist. Out of Zach and I's choices, the Ward was a strong showing. You had me a little nervous, but now that I hold this and I proclaim this to be $1,500, I would say this is clearly the winner, but you tell us in the comments who won Dive Watch Round 1. Ding, ding.
This is a really good find.
Yes.
This is a really good find. I'm a little stressed.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed.
You should be. So this is the Eco Neutra Rivanera, which translates as Black River. This is an extraordinary little piece of kit. You have a grade 5 titanium.
Titanium?
I said titanium.
I know you're Australian, buddy.
I am titanium. This is titanium, grade 5 titanium, but it has a mirror polished bevel along the case that I thought was like an inlay, but it's not. We have a grey dial variation, a black dial variation. Eco Neutra are an Italian brand. These watches are designed and generally made in Italy. However, they use Swiss movements. We have a ETA 7001 movement with Côte de Genève finishing. So you're getting all of this, grade 5 titanium, a really nice finishing aspect to the case, which is very noticeable. You're getting a 5.9 millimeter thin case, you're getting a Swiss movement, and you're getting some movement finishing for, ding ding,
It's like $1,500.
$1,500, which is why, $1,500, which is why this will win the dress category, Zach. I'd love to see what you got. Show me what you got. Let's go.
Look, that is really Cheers Brunswick 38. Copper salmon. Everybody loves salmon. Salmon is slamming. No, it's a nice vintage feel in the sense that that salmon dial captures that like older era, but really it has a modern touch to it because you've got the brushing It's going from 12 to 6, and the typeface that was specially made for these numerals, this is bespoke for Fears, adds so much depth to the dial. It really does. And this dial, fun fact, was made in Germany. But you flip the watch over and you've got an ETA 7001. It's a nice, robust, reliable, hand-wound movement. 38 millimeter stainless steel case, as I mentioned. And look, this is all just $3,500 US before that. But yeah, you really can't go wrong.
So
with this.
both our watches have the same movement. Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is interesting. But look at this. Come on.
That looks good on you, man. I like that.
And to be very clear, you can actually buy this watch as well on the bracelet. So my advice, buy it on the bracelet, get a leather strap later, make it your daily with the bracelet because it is 100 meters water resistant. Then when you're going to go get dressy, put the strap back on and suit up with it. So suit up with the Salmon anytime you'd like. It's a great choice. There's a field of options for field watches that you can choose from, but Fair is the king, at least for me, Windup field watches. Look, this is just $1,250 US, and you get it bundled with both the bracelet and the strap.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't begrudge this choice, Zach. Like I said, these only came out 2 days ago, and
micro adjust.
I was just saying to Paul, the founder of Sarah, that it's the nuanced little. There's enough differences for this to get our attention. But I just saw it on Marcus's wrist, and I'm like, damn, that's just right.
Speaking of the differences, so between the first and second generation, the bezel has been thinned out, so the dial is much more large and legible. But the watch itself is still very, very wearable. 38 millimeters in diameter, 45 lug to lug. So for my smaller wrist, it fits great. And also in this new generation update, you've got a pointer date complication and a gritty textured dial that really speaks to the field watch category to have that grit and grain.
And then to me, there's a bit of Britishness about it. There's like an oatmeal padded strap, and then you've got this biscuity tone to the numerals. It's just, it's a slam dunk. I was going to say it's a home run. It's a home dunk. It's a slam.
Between all three dials, none are exactly the same.
Slam
different styles.
Yes, 3 of them. There's the blue one too, which is kind of creamy and blue. Well done, Farah. Can't really argue with that.
I don't think you're going to be able to beat me this time.
I am going to destroy you. It's a high price point, so you're going to have to make your mind up. Do you want something really great value, or do you just want something that's really great value,
or both?
Has 30 years in heritage, so we'll see. Zach, when it comes to a nomination for a field watch, I've gone straight to the brand whose business until now has been 40 military editions. And I can see that dismay that's starting to dawn on your face.
Guys, you have to understand, when we knew we were going to come in and do this challenge, I knew to stay away. I knew this was his baby. I knew how much he loved this watch.
Let's step away from the micro mil-spec Milgraph. This watch is so exciting. It's just, to me, it's all about the parts, but there's an X factor in the way that these come together. We have a grain dial, which gives you lovely texture. It's an absolute sort of function monster. You've got a GMT, you've got a chronograph, you've got this sandblasted steel case that looks like titanium, you've got an integrated rubber strap. It's kind of got a camber to it when you put it on the wrist. Like it really, it hugs the wrist despite the dimensions. What are the dimensions?
42 millimeters, 15
42 and 15. Not small, not slim, but
it's not meant to be.
Not meant to be. Yeah. That's nice. Nice line. It's giving you a lot, and really, it's in the wear. I love the fact that there are these cutouts in the bezel. Look, I won't tell you what watch this most sort of brings to mind for me, but shall I say cutouts in the bezel is another clue, but certainly makes it grippy, easy to touch.
It crosses off a certain box.
It does. This watch is amazing. It's just amazing. $38.50 US. There's now a wait list of 30 people to be on the next order, so I'm not alone in thinking this is amazing. Vote for micro mil-spec Milgraph in the best field category.
And look, I'd appreciate votes for my pick, but I wouldn't blame you if you voted for this. I got to be honest. I wouldn't.
The Farah is beautiful. It's at a different price point. It's 1/3 the price.
Yeah.
So take that into consideration.
Sure.
But really, watches like this from big box brands, 5 figures is your starting point.
Yeah.
And it goes from there. So
it's so good. I got to hand it to you, Andrew.
Yeah.
You're not always right.
Yeah.
But right now you're right.
I'll take that.
Look, I know you like to talk. Try not to space out here and just get right into the watch.
Oh, Zach with the puns. Yes. I'll let it pass. Fortis has spent a lot of time in space as a brand. They have watches that are basically scientific instruments for space. But this watch unusually caught my attention. It's called the Vagabond. And this has to be put in the right competitive set. This is Omega money. This is low Rolex money. But it has the specs to back it up, as well as a few little touches that really hit my heart. This is a grade 5 titanium watch. It has a sunray center dial and a sunray like minute track or outer dial, and then a white gold inner ring, solid white gold inner ring, because that's where you indicate your home time with this orange-tipped GMT hand, and home is gold. Home is where the gold is. He said that to me. I'm like, dude, that's so corny. Sob.
Yeah, but that's Parmigiani Fiore does it well with the Rochefort GMT, the rose gold hand. Is
exactly, same sort of concept. But look, this is not a small watch. The world is going small, but I feel when I'm wearing this that there will always be a place in my heart for cushion-cased watches because they're so comfortable. I love the way that there's a radially brushed case that carries on that sort of sun ray effect of the strobing of the light. It gives me Speedmaster 2 vibes. I don't know anything about Fortis. I've never ever wanted a Fortis, but apart from the Strato liner, I thought that was a cool one, but this is something special.
So look, as the do-it-all, the GADA, what are the things you see yourself that you'd be doing while wearing this watch?
It's a good question, but I just see this as a watch you don't have to take off. Okay. A do-it-all watch has to be one. You know, there are some watches where you're like, oh, I'm about to box, I have to take my watch off. Oh, I'm about to swim, I'm about to play tennis, I'm about to make sweet love, whatever you're gonna do. There are some things where you're conscious of the fragility of your watch.
But not with this.
Not with this. So that's it. Do it all. Love it. And water resistance always comes into a do-it-all watch. Has to be 200 for me. 100's enough, but 200's more than enough.
Extra secure.
It's that extra thing, like you're gonna wash the dishes, you're gonna go for a swim. So that's my watch. Totally unexpected. Price is super punchy. I know I'm probably not going to win this round on those merits, but just process everything I've said about this watch and then consider how good it looks. I don't know, it's a left field one, it's a darkie. I'm going to give this round to you. What do you got?
Well, you'll have to wait and find out, but we're going to walk over there now. This is my do-it-all choice. So this is the Glacier White, Jan Meyer. And look, it's beautiful size. It's only about 39 in diameter, 45 and change lug to lug. And it's, like I said, as I always like to say, sporty slender.
Yeah.
100 meters water resistant.
You've never said sporty slender.
I say it all the time in my articles. Look, somebody's not reading them.
Busted.
No, but look, what's always going to capture people's attention first is the dial.
Yep.
And so to have this really nice crisp white dial, but with a really rich, deep texture, like even deeper than the snowflake, you know which watch I'm referring to.
Yeah.
What
denomination is this?
This is the do-it-all. It's 100 meters water resistant. Okay. It's got the nice integrated look, so you can suit up with this and not feel like you're wearing a sub with a suit. Okay. And you can swim with it, you can do anything with it, and it has a 68-hour Le Joux Parade movement. So you've got a quality Swiss movement inside, and all of this, even with micro adjust, on the fly micro adjust in the class, boom, popped it out. Boom, popped it out.
What are we talking price-wise?
1,600 euro. That's it.
Man.
That's it.
Oh man.
So, look, I like the Fortis, but we don't need to go 6 times the price.
Okay. So, that's it.
Yeah. Whew, I'm exhausted. Aren't you exhausted?
I feel like I've run a marathon, but then all these people want to run the marathon now too.
Yeah, look, New York City always shows up.
New York City has
always
shows up. I've been kind of mocking New York City for wearing Rolex to a micro brand, and like there's a lot of flexi watches in there, but I forgive New York right now because of this. Last year, the size of the space was 1/5 the size. Yeah. There was one room. This year, there are floors, there's multiple rooms, it is vast, and it wasn't enough. There is not enough space.
In the same way, it's expansive in the size of the space, the number of the brands.
Yes.
It's also so expensive in price. And that's very rare at fairs like this. If you go to Watches and Wonders, things are typically very expensive. We did a video together, you asked me for the entry level, I gave you a date just. Because that was the entry level, but here it could be $300, it could be $3,000. It's all over the place, so for every budget.
And it was also, you got to give one and one their credit. This was a free event for New York City. So again, they're contributing to the culture. And I want to talk to you watching this right now. Like, it's a beautiful afternoon in New York City. You're a long way from where we are as you watch this, because it's all done and dusted. This video's edited and out. But my point is that you, by watching this video, by contributing to your comments below, which watches you vote for, all mine obviously, apart from the Fortis. I think I probably lost that round. But you are contributing to this zeitgeist that is happening literally behind us as we speak. Thank you, New York City, for showing up. Thank you, Zach, for showing me around.
Of course.
I start the conversation now. Your time starts now. Let's get down there in the comments. And we will be matching you comment for comment.
And as always, we'll see you on the next one.